back to another episode of Talkman Radio Show Live. We're here for all your fantasy football stuff. We're at the quarter pole of the year. At least the way I break it up, and I'll explain it. But before we get started, do my thing. Let me do my thing. I'm always thankful to 12 Out Sports. And where are we? There we are. Oh, not there. There we are. Don't forget, you can always go to 12 Out Sports, 12outsports.com, and talkmanradio.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff, as long as they'll keep us on here. Don't forget, if you can, 12outsportsradio.com. At the bottom, you can donate if you like the content that we create here. And we have a store, the 12 Ounce Sports Store. We've got t-shirts. We've got fanny packs. We've added some stuff. World Hockey Report's on there now. I got to get something on here. That football team, that's not bad. Football team, socks. I don't know about the socks. And a bunch of other stuff. Oh, we see we're all starting to get in here. So we're really growing. Thanks to you guys, everybody out there who watches 12 Ounce Sports. So we're getting through that because I got a couple extra things I want to talk about tonight. Let's do the rundown real quick. What do we got? We got the quarter pole. We're going to go over that. I'm going to show you my teams, where we're at in the quarter pole. If you watched the show and saw the pre-draft show and who I was targeting, you'll know what my team looks like. All my teams, basically. And, well, you'll see, and I'll show it to you. We're going to go over this. I might need somebody to help when you see the teams I have. Then we're going to get into Thursday night's game. Then we're going to get into an NFL preview. We're also going to talk about the postponed game, what I think of that. We will do best bets, love is nice, and if there's time, maybe we'll talk about some other stuff. There's plenty of stuff out there to talk about. Trust me. So that's that. And to start off, you just want to take a moment to tell you about 12 Ounce Sports. As I said before, now the action's officially back on. 12 Ounce Sports is your home for the best live talk shows covering all aspects of the sporting world and live game broadcasts. With Zingo TV adding 12 Ounce Sports to their long list of channels, you can now catch my show and all the others on Zingo TV channel 761. All you got to do is download Zingo TV and use the promo code 12ounce, that's 12OZ, when signing up. It's that simple. Be sure to check out our latest blogs and podcasts as well on 12outsportsradio.com, which is where this is right now. That's where the donate button is, and that's where all the good stuff is. You want to read up on what some of our content creators write, that's where you can do it. So that's the deal. That's where we're at. So we're at the quarter pole. It's the race to 7. That's what I call it. You know, any 10, 12, 14, anybody who, especially as the leagues get bigger, anybody, and it's 13 weeks, not those 14-week leagues. Standard 13-week, 3-week playoffs. You got to get the 7 wins. And you're pretty much assured a playoff spot if you get the 7 wins. That's why, in the beginning, it's the race to 7. Once you get the 7, then you work on positioning. But you got to get the 7 first. Nobody's at 7 yet because we're only week 4. But you can kind of tell it's who's got a leg up and who's kind of lagging behind. You need some help. It's starting to break that way, especially around the first quarter. You start to see what's going on. So at the quarter pole, let's go over what I've got going on. And you can always, feel free, Talkman Radio at Twitter or 12 Ounce Sports, whatever you want to talk about. Tell me how you're doing at the quarter pole. What you're thinking, what you need, what you're trying to do, if you're trying to trade, if you're good, if you're screwed, if you're just waiting for next season already. Trust me, I've been there. Been there with that. So let's get into the first league. I'm in here. Here's the league. And you're going to notice a lot of similarities because, like I said, during my pre-draft shows, I showed you who I was targeting, and I went out and got those guys. And I told you where I was targeting. This is all known. It's all known. So let's go over the team real quick. These guys are the Johnny Rottens. We're 3-0 here. We're averaging 160 points about. Russ is doing it. That dude's slamming like Shaquille. with a fistful of steel. That's how that guy's doing it. If you know where that's from, you can say it. Go ahead. God, those guys are old. They tried to do a comeback anyway. Keenan Allen is looking okay. He's getting a ton of targets, that kid. Mike Evans, another guy who's targeting. Got him. Nick Chubb ended up being big on my teams. He's looking good. He's got 4 touchdowns. Jeff Wilson Jr., since I lost him for another week, we're going with Jeff Wilson Jr. My strategy in tight end leagues is go out and grab a tight end early, and then you don't have to worry about picking up a tight end or, wondering what's going on. He's the starter, and that's the guy, and he's the best guy, and you always have an advantage with him. So we have that guy in there. Darius Slayton as my other guy. Yeah, we're just going with it. I'd much rather have, Mostert back. And that's about it. I do kind of like Slayton. He's a big play guy, and he had a great first game, and he helped me become 3-0. So I can't get off of him. So we got to stay on top of this guy. We're gonna keep him in there. Hopefully, he'll get us to 4-0. So we're 3-0 there. These picked him up on the waiver wire. 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 I think he's gonna come back. If he's out there, go check out Carson Wentz. I don't think he's gonna stink all year. And Damian Harris was let go a lot. And I think they're going to try and run the ball there in New England. And if Cam goes down from running the ball too much, they're going to seriously get into we're going to run the ball mode because Stidham ain't great. And kicker and defense. Next team. That's funny. Dallas Jones in the corner. Same team pretty much. We got the third pick here. We got Zeke. Russell Wilson still running shit. Mark Ingram, I'm not. They ran on Washington last week, so I'm going with Mark Ingram again. Kupp, Metcalf, we got the hookup with Metcalf again. Travis Kelce, grab him in the second round, boom, done. And Mike Evans again. Told you, the teams you're gonna see. You see a lot of same guys in my league, but we're doing okay. And Raheem Mostert again on the list. I think he's out this week. I looked that up. He was out. So he ain't playing. That's why we're going with Jeff Wilson. Brady is the backup. Slayton's still in there. I like Slayton. Darrell Williams, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire goes down, he's right there, and that's a huge offense, and he immediately goes into the starting lineup, or at least as a flex spot, and maybe we'll take somebody out. I don't know. That's a tough one. Josh Kelly again. Tony Pollard to back up Zeke. Dalton Schultz, who I like. I like Blake Jarwin, and I like Dalton Schultz. If he's out there, grab him. They throw the ball a ton over there. Guys throw 400 yards in 2 straight games. And this guy, he's 13th ranked tight end, and he didn't even play the first game. I don't think. He had a great second game. And Jeff Wilson Jr., I'm just keeping that guy. He had 2 touchdowns last week. I'm not starting him here. I'm spreading it out a little bit with the second running back. But putting up 162 points last week, and we're 2-1 here. 3-0 and 2-1. This is my oldest league. I've been in this league for like 25 years. I came with this name when I was like 19. Some shit. 2-1 here. Again, Russell Wilson, Nick Chubb again. We're throwing in Wilson this time. Mike Evans again. Tyler Lockett, what a pickup he was. I think we grabbed him around 5. Cooper Kupp, Saints, and Gonzalez. I got Michael Thomas. He's sitting on the bench. I don't know what's going to happen with him. We've got to wait and see if he comes back. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to start him this week. I'm a little up in the air on that. And I would be too if you need him and they say he's playing, I guess you got to. But I don't need him in there, and I will probably keep him out this week. If he's practicing limited, so I'm not big on that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, Mark Ingram, Tom Brady, J.K. Dobbins. We're going to see what works out in the Baltimore backfield during the year because they run the ball a ton. And if one of these guys is, okay, you're the guy now, or one of them gets hurt, even though they have Gus Edwards there, I think they're going to lean on one of these guys a little more. So we'll see about that. That's a work in progress there for a second running back. Darius Slayton, again, big play if you need him. Sony Michel had a good game last week. Didn't start him. We'll see what happens. That was questionable. Again, Darrell Williams. So like I said, a lot of these teams had the same guys. Scotty Miller again, going with Tom Brady and Mike Evans. Joshua Kelly again, and Damian Harris again. And last but not least, we're 2-1 in the 12-ounce sports league. 12-ounce sports league, we're 2-1. Not bad. Didn't get Russ here. Somebody jumped on Russ in like the second round here. This is the white guy league. All I got, Brady, Thielen, Cup, and Kelsey. I got 4 white guys in there. Talkman Radio. Again, Nick Chubb, Cups. I got him in another league. Thielen, this is the only league I got on. People were jumping on Thielen. I'm getting a little shaky on Thielen. We did get David Johnson a little later. I'm keeping him in there because I don't have. If I have him in there, I don't have to put Jeff Wilson Jr. in there. So we're gonna play it like that here. Again, Travis Kelce, grab the best tight end you can. You always have an advantage in that spot. And you move on from there. Even though having Travis Kelce, I think a couple guys have had good games against him. But he's solid. And again, Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that happened last week. So he caught 2 passes and got me 14 points. So there's something going on there. I like him hanging out with Tom Brady. So we got the hook up here. All my leagues, 3 out of the 4 leagues I got to hook up. I liked having that. Stacking. Raheem Mostert, again, we got to wait for him to come back. He's out this week. Darius Slayton, again, big play waiting to happen. Tyler Boyd coming up, very big. He seems to be the guy that Burrow's throwing to, and I like that. Daniel Jones, I'm getting a little cooling off on him a little bit. We'll see what happens with him and Slayton. I think he can bounce back, but I might be looking to get rid of him. Joshua Kelly again, Dalton Schultz again, and Jeff Wilson again, and then kicker and defense. So that's basically where we're at in the quarter poll. We're 9-3 overall, 3-0 in one league and 2-1 in the rest. We're doing okay. It looks like we're on our way, unless we have some of the core guys like a Nick Chubb, like a Russell Wilson or Mike Evans go down, and that's it. That'll make getting to the playoffs a little tougher. But once you get to the playoffs and then figure it out. That's how you do it. You just figure it out when you get there. But you got to get there. You got to get the 7 wins up. Race to 7. That's what I call it. So through the first quarter, we're doing okay. How are you doing? Send me a text. No, don't text me. Tweet at me. Do all that stuff. How are you doing at the quarter poll? What do you think? Did you take any of my advice? If not, okay. Fine. Whatever. So, like I said, we got the goatee going on while we're on a streak. We won all 4 games last week, so if everybody takes a shit, we lose all 4, this thing comes off. But I'm starting to get worried if this team ends up being really good, this thing's going to be out to here. I'm going to be all fuzzy mouth. So, I may need to get somebody on board who knows how to make this look, make it look cool. I don't want to eat my hair. I'm really not in the mood to do that, so I might need somebody to help me out with that. But we'll get into that if this gets too wolfy. So we got that going on. So that's it. That's a quarter poll. How are you doing? Let me know on Twitter. Go to 12-Ounce Sports. Let us know there. Also, good news this week. Fun. Like I hate being right about shit like this. Like I was right so far about some of the guys I picked. This I didn't want to be right about. Like I said, before the season started, I was a little weary on paying for my league dues because I figured I'd wait till like week 5, but the one guy was in my area and I told him I'd stop by and give him the money. So I paid him, and then this happens. Steelers Titan rescheduled. League announces new week 7, week 8 plans for making up a postponed game. If they're going to do this crap, he tested positive. All these guys are fine. Nobody's going to the hospital. They're all asymptomatic. I heard that from Clay Travis, I think. They're all asymptomatic. Everybody's fine. Oh, but he tested for it and all that. So now what are you going to do? Now, if they start using these tests, and I really don't think these tests are very good. The guy who created the test said, don't use it for this. Okay, we're using 8 million of them for this. Like, All right, because that's what we're doing now. And then they told him, shut up. Censored. So I don't like how this is working out. And I don't like how, like I said before, during this whole nonsense, we can't have anything good. You're not allowed to have anything good happen. When they say, hey, I think we found something. Nope, get out. Death. All we want is death. So people are kind of getting back into football, and I think they're going to be like, no, we don't want that. And this is the start. This is the kind of shit. There's no way you can make, like, if they want to do, positive, on, like, 4 teams, there's no way you can just keep making up new schedules and stuff. First off, you're going to destroy fantasy football. There's no way you can keep that going. You're going to have a roster 30 deep. You know, with half my team isn't playing this week. Who else do I have? You know, it's going to destroy fantasy football. So it's not good. I don't like how this is starting. It's just one game. Yeah, but then, I mean, I've already heard that they want to, as long as they get a Super Bowl in February. That's what I heard on Clay Travis, I think. So he had a thing up on YouTube. Go look it up on Outkick. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be right about this. But this isn't a good start. I don't like it. 3 weeks in. Oh, look at this. Never mind. These are the probably the top 1% of athletic human beings in the world. But, no, I can't have that. So, that's what's going on with that. I pray I'm wrong. Just want to play fantasy football. That's all I want to do. Nah, not you. So, that's it. That's what I had to say about that. Let's get into the game last night. Let's start with the score, 37-28. If you got my tweet yesterday, the tweet was, watch out for a little ripping it up. He started out well, but then they kind of got a beat on him. But I'll stand by it. Why not? He won the game. That's going to get him another start. But, so the Thursday night game. Excuse me. Denver 37, Jets 8, Jets 28. How does that guy still have a job in New York? Just, I mean, isn't it obvious? Just get rid of this guy. If you had Denver getting 1.5 and the under/over is 4, Denver getting 1.5 is a win and the over is a win. If you played those two parts. Overall, Brett Rippon, 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 picks. All right, the pick for the return, not great. The other pick, not great. And none of the picks are great. You can't have that. But they won the game. He threw 2 touchdowns. He had some nice throws in there. Melvin Gordon, I doubt anyone was playing against Brett Rippon, but if you were, he didn't hurt you that bad, especially if you got points off in the interceptions. But he got you. If you don't, he got you a couple points. Melvin Gordon, really, if you get points for over 100 yards, he really gave you a nice one late in the game when they didn't convert, and then he got the ball and just ran 40-something yards. Put him over 100, add another touchdown to your list, and gave you 40-something points. That was like a 13-point play if you get the bonus for going over 100, which happened against me. 23 for 107, 2 touchdowns. Not bad. Not bad. That's 22 points right there. 22.7 points. Not counting. Let me go down and see where it is. It's got to be 2 for 11 plus another 3.1 points. Yeah, you're looking like 27, 28 points here. Or 25, 26 points. Somewhere around there. Jeff Driscoll got, what? Jeff Driscoll had a carry for 9 yards? What, they trying to mess around? Throwing him in there like he's going to do something? Ugh. Royce Freeman, nobody's starting him. Probably didn't start him. You lost 5 if you did, though. Tim Patrick. Who started Tim Patrick? Any of you guys? Any of you? I didn't think so. 6 for 113, a touchdown. Gets you 23.3 points. If you get the bonus, you get that added on. Jerry Jeudy, 2 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Not terrible for the rookie. And he's going to be a big play going forward, unless Tim Patrick gets all these throws. I'm assuming Tim Patrick and Rippon were working together on the practice squad, and they've kind of like Darius Slayton and Daniel Jones. They've been playing together for a little longer than everybody else has been playing with the quarterback. Noah Fant got you 8.5. We already did Melvin Gordon, and then the rest of these guys did. The defense did okay. I think a couple of sacks. Bradley Chubb at 2.5 sacks. That's 5. That's 6 sacks I had. I don't see any picks. No picks, but 6 sacks, not terrible. On the other side, though, I don't know how anybody can have anybody on this team. And Sam Darnold, I don't know about him. 23-42, 230 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. That'll get you 11.5 points somewhere around there. Joe Flacco came in, threw 2 passes. Sam Darnold did get you 84 yards and touchdown, just out there running, yo. That's 14 points. That'll get you 20. You got you about 25 points. So if you had to start him, I'm talking super flex guys, things like that. Frank Gore, 13 for 30. I mean, you got to respect Frank Gore. He's 37 years old, and he's still out there getting 13 carries a game. At least this game for 30 yards. And then LaMichael Perrine, the rookie, got in there for 5 for 15. Not terrible. Jameson Crowder, another guy we're playing against, 7 for 104. That'll get you 17 points. Jeff Smith, Chris Hogan, Chris Herndon, all these guys, if you're playing against them, then good for you because it didn't do much. Jets defense, though, came up big. Came up huge. They got you at least 8, 9, 10 points. Did you get any sacks? Not a lot of sacks, but got you 3 picks and one of them went for a touchdown. So that's what, 12 points? Just off the picks. So not bad. So that's it. That's the whole game right there. Not a great game. They put these crappy games on just to, I mean, I'm not a big fan. I mean, I haven't seen a good Thursday night game. The first game's always good, and then after that, it's pretty much crap. Bengals. You see a lot of Bengals on Thursday night. You see Jets on Thursday night. I don't even know what next week is. I'll probably go out on a limb and say Detroit. You get those teams on Thursday night. So, but it's you can still do some damage as I've shown you right there. So in terms of fantasy, not a lot going on. Melvin Gordon, Jameson Crowder, that's about it. And if you had played against the Jets D, if you started Jets D, good for you. But I don't think there was much action on this. So that's how that worked out. But you know how things can work out for you? Well, go to MyBookie and find out. Sports are in full swing, and I want to help you take advantage of those sports investments when getting in on the action. 12 Ounce Sports has officially partnered with MyBookie.ag to get you the best deal possible. When you sign up on MyBookie.ag, they'll match your first deposit up to, you ready? $1,000 when you punch in the promo code 12 Ounce Sports. That's 12OZ Sports. Go get that money. It's waiting for you. It's right there. That's 12 Ounce Sports and signing up on MyBookie.ag to get your deposit matched up to $1,000. That's 12OZ Sports, 12 Ounce Sports. That's the promo code you use to get $1,000 back. It's true. It's all true. I won't lie to you. I just won't. Not that much. I'm not going to lie to you too much. Maybe a little. So, let's go over the games coming up this weekend. And we'll see the fantasy impact. You could probably, back on the other game, I don't think, nobody's going to pick up Brett Rippon right now, but keep an eye on him. If he starts playing well, they've got offense over there. If he starts playing well, keep an eye on him. And Jerry Jeudy, too. If you could pick him up, maybe that might not be a bad idea to hold on to until they start getting, making it work a little bit. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. That's not a rock solid like Jeff Wilson last week. I had a good feeling about him. So anyway, let's talk about football on Sunday. Yo! So let's do the one. We'll do the 1 and 4 o'clock games real quick. We're looking at Colts Bears. I like the Bears just because they're at home. Actually, the 2 points. I mean, I'll get into. We're gonna get into gambling a little bit. In terms of the Colts, I don't know if are you still going with T.Y. Hilton? I wouldn't be. Jonathan Taylor is probably a better option. If you're in Superflex, maybe you're going with Phillip Rivers. Is he still hanging around? For the Bears, are you sold on Nick Foles yet? This is a very up in the air game. There should be more guys starting in this game, but there won't be. David Montgomery, if you need a flex player, maybe, or if he's your third running back and somebody else went down. We're not in the bye weeks yet, except for the Mexican beer plague bye week. We had a Mexican beer plague bye week so far. That's it. Unscheduled. But there should be more guys going. I don't think there's going to be as many guys in. David Montgomery, maybe. This is a kind of a lame fantasy game. Kind of like the Bears a little bit in this game. Moving on. Saints line. Now, this is a tough one because we're still not sure what's going on with Michael Thomas. And even if he does play, are you going to start him? I talked about this. I have him in one of my leagues. And now, like I said, if you need him, I guess you got to go with him. If he's going to play and you need a wide receiver, it's between him and, Christian Kirk or, one of those guys. Is he even playing? He might be hurt. Something like that. Then, yeah, I guess you got to go with it. But if you're a little deeper, I'd consider see what happens today and see what they say tomorrow and then make a decision then. I'm leaning against keeping him out, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If they say, yo, that dude's rocking it, then maybe I'll go with him. But the Saints have tons of guys. Defense is out there. Kamara is leading all running backs. I could have had him instead of Michael Thomas. Went with Michael Thomas. See how that works out. Drew Brees, he's still startable, especially if Michael Thomas comes back. People are going to go back in on Drew Brees. So they're big. On the other side, Matthew Stafford's doing okay. Kenny Galladay, if he's out there, you're starting him. The running backs, maybe if you're in a pinch, Peterson. But this is a heavy Saints game, and 4.5 for the Lions. I mean, I don't know. I guess because they're at home. But if they're at the Saints and Michael Thomas is playing, this game would be 12. But it's 4.5 here. If Michael Thomas is playing and he's healthy, I like the Saints and I like Michael Thomas to really have a decent game. I just don't know how he's doing physically, so it's hard to pick this game out. But this is a heavy fantasy Saints game. There's a couple guys on the Lions, but it could be a high scoring game if the Saints come out, blowing the barn doors off, and the Lions might have to keep up. So you might get some points out of some Marvin Joneses or Kenny Galladay's or T.J. Hawkinson, who is a starter if you're playing. If you need a tight end, I doubt he's out there in too many leagues, but yeah, why not? Especially in this game. Start him in this game. So you got some guys in there. Jared Cook on this side. I was never a big Jared Cook fan. He's way too up and down for me. I'm not big on that. But this is a wait-and-see game. I'm not sure about this game. Next game, but Arizona, Carolina. There should be more fantasy guys in this game, but there ain't. Another one there should be, but there ain't. I think of the 4 teams, I've played 2 teams with Kyler Murray. Both of them, including this week, they have DeAndre Hopkins too. So I got to deal with that whole mess. I got to deal with. So that's where we're going with that. But Kenyon Drake, are you still starting him? I mean, I guess you have to because he's probably your number 1 or number 2 back. So you got to keep going with him. Maybe coming off a loss, they're gonna come out better. I kind of like the Carolina Panthers in this game. I know, they don't have anybody. They definitely don't have their best player. But I think, being home, I'm not sold on Arizona yet. So I kind of like Carolina in this game. DJ Moore, I guess you're starting him. I don't see maybe Robbie Anderson too. If you picked him up and you need somebody, maybe one of the guys you got put on the hold this week and you need somebody in there because he can blow the top off defense and he's played well the first 2 weeks. So you've got that on the Carolina side. On the Arizona side, you've got, like I said, Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, and Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake, I wasn't really sold on him, but coming in, he's the kind of guy you may be able to go and pick up, but do you want to? I don't think so. I'm just, like I said, I'm not sold on Arizona. It's very Kyler Murray heavy, and it's just Kyler throwing to DeAndre Hopkins, and we're just gonna go with that. That's our offense. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I kind of like Carolina in this game, and it's not the big fantasy push here is Murray to Hopkins. I don't see much else after that. Maybe DJ Moore on the other side or Robbie Anderson. Mike Davis had a pretty good game though last week, filling in for Christian McCaffrey. If you picked him up, yeah, keep going with him. If he's going to get you touchdowns, every league's touchdown league. You need touchdowns. If he's going to get you touchdowns, throw him in there. So I kind of like him. I kind of like Mike Davis in this situation as well. But and I like Carolina in this game. I really do. But don't listen to me. If you've been listening to me about games, we're getting to that. We're getting to that. It's a joke. I'm just a big joke this year. So next game, Jacksonville and the Bengals. Boy, what a crappy game that is. There is some young talent here though. On Jacksonville's side, you got James Robinson putting up. You're looking for him to put up another 30 points for you. Throw the ball to him all the time. Run the ball with him all the time. Maybe he'll throw the ball a little bit. Maybe he'll throw a touchdown. They got that guy doing everything back there. And you're going against the Bengals. You got an opportunity to make some noise here. Is DJ? I'm not sure if DJ Chark is playing. I think he's still questionable, but I think he might play. I don't have him in any of my leagues, so I'm really not sold on that one. But I do like I do like James Robinson, and if DJ Chark's playing, I like him. This looks like one of those high-scoring, two-bad team games. We're just gonna score, and the last one who has the ball either gets picked off or scores. It's gonna be one of them. It looks like 38-31, something like that. But on Jacksonville's side, yeah, you got to go James Robinson, especially against the Bengals. DJ Chark, if he's playing. I'm not big on Gardner Minshew. I see people starting Gardner Minshew. That's actually a question people are putting out there. I saw it on Facebook a couple of times, not just once. Should I start Gardner Minshew? I went and picked him up. Really? It's week 3. This is last week. It's week 3, and you're already a mess at your quarterback position? Jeez, you picked 2 crappy ones? That bad that you're going with the mustachio? I don't know, buddy. I don't know about that team. I hope this season gets canceled and you get your money back. But on the Cincinnati side, you got Burrow. You got Burrow out there we're just going to throw the ball all the time. Let the kid try by fire. That's how they're going to do Joe Burrow this year. And he seems to be doing well with T. Higgins, creating a little bit of a synergy there with T. Higgins. I don't think, outside of Tyler Boyd, who I do kind of like, especially this year, with Joe Burrow on the learning curve, I do like Tyler Boyd. I like him more than A.J. Green now. A.J. Green is not A.J. Green from 6-7 years ago. He's older A.J. Green. He's injured A.J. Green. He can still play, and he can still make plays. That touchdown week 1, I think it was, that got called back because he pushed off, that would look like him, but he can't get down the field anymore, I don't think. I don't think he's catching any of those 70-yard bombs anymore. It's a shame that he was good at that too. But if you need him, I guess you could start him against this team. Anything can happen against 2 bad teams. So, yeah. And Joe Mixon, another guy, he's in the Kenyon Drake category. You have to start him. I'm not thrilled with starting him, but you kind of have to start him. So you go with Kenyon Drake, or you go with Joe Mixon. You hope for the best. Who do I like in this game? I don't know. I guess I like Cincinnati a little bit. They're at home. 3. Whatever. Since Jacksonville, Cincinnati, who cares? Moving on. This game I kind of like. Cleveland at Dallas. On the Cleveland side, you're looking at the running backs. Both of those running backs have shown that they are viable options. And you can have both of them on your team and put them both out there if you want to. They're both viable options to get you points and get you touchdowns in this Cleveland offense, which I liked coming into the league, into the year, despite week 1, not, they were getting blown out, but they didn't have a chance to use their running game because that's what they want to do. It's pretty obvious now. All right, we want to run the ball. Okay, go run the ball, buddy. So that's what they want to do. They have those 2 running backs. That's what they're going to do. They're going to play quarterback. They're going to play the passing game kind of like they played the passing game in Minnesota last year. If we need to throw, we have guys on the outside that can get deep and throw. We don't want to have to do that. We don't want to have to play, bomb it all game for 60 minutes. We'd like to control the clock, run the ball, and play defense. They have a lot of talent on defense. This team, if they could beat Dallas, they're 3-1. They're 3-1 at their quarter pole. They're 3-1. That's not bad. And Dallas can get got. I am not big on Dallas being this whole monster of the NFC. Not by a long shot. They got talent, yeah, but they just don't know how to win. And they showed that last year, and it's coming back again this year. So on the Cleveland side, like I said, you get the running backs. OBJ, are you still starting him? He had that big catch a couple weeks ago. That was against a bad defense. This defense has shown that they can let up 5 touchdowns to a quarterback if you really want to try and throw 5 touchdowns against them. Albeit that was Russell Wilson. But I'm not too high on their pass defense. So if you're in a pinch, Jarvis Landry, OBJ, Austin Hooper. The defense, maybe, if they're your starting defense, but I don't see them being a lot of people starting defense. On the other side, you got the whole offense. You've even got more guys coming out now, cuz. You've got more guys coming out now. They had Cedric Wilson last week, or whoever that guy was. Just came out of nowhere. Hey, guys, about touchdown, 100 yards, 6 catches, something like that. It wasn't his name wasn't C.D. Lamb. It wasn't Michael Gallup. It wasn't Amari Cooper. And it wasn't Dalton Schultz. There was some other guy. He caught for 100 yards. They can throw the ball, and they can put up points against teams that are not, their defense can get got. The Cleveland Browns, can they get got? Maybe, but I think there's going to be a high-scoring game. Basically, everybody on the Cowboys you can start. But it's kind of weird starting, when you have guys that nobody heard of getting 100 yards and a touchdown. I'm comfortable with the quarterback. I'm comfortable with Dak. I'm comfortable with Elliott. I'm fine, even though he didn't have a great game last week. It's the wide receivers. You've got 1 million of them, and they all look like they can play. So who do you start? It's hard to start. Excuse me. It's hard to start somebody consistently outside of Cooper, and Cooper might be a little bit on the edge. So it's going to be an interesting game. I think this is going to be a good game, better than it looks in terms of fantasy. And I think there's going to be a lot of points scored for a lot of different guys on this team. Even Baker Mayfield, he is a viable start this week, I think. If you're looking to go out and get him, and he's probably out there to be got. So as long as you don't lose points for picks, which a lot of leagues do, if you're in a super flex and don't lose points for getting picked off, yeah, why not go with Baker? If one of your guys, if Tannehill or Roethlisberger went down, another guy to pick up Ben Roethlisberger for a backup quarterback position if you have this spot. Moving on, Minnesota at Houston. Minnesota boy, they're just letting it go, ain't they? Quarterback, you're probably not starting him. He's a backup if he's on your team at all. Dalvin Cook, you're definitely starting. Adam Thielen, you probably have to start because he's one of your top guys. I don't have a problem starting with it. I think he can boom or bust it like he did week 1. He's just been kind of low last 2 weeks. And last week with Jefferson blowing up, it's hard to say, hey, why did you catch 7 for 175? Because that guy did, cuz. That's why. So it's hard for everybody to get 107 for 175 yards. So he took a backseat last week, and they still didn't win the game. They still lost. But whatever. And maybe the defense, because Houston is not – I'm not big on the Houston offense. It's too – outside of throwing to DeAndre Hopkins, since you don't have that option now, you're kind of throwing it all over the place. I still like Deshaun Watson. I really do. And if you go out and get him and not maybe pay that much, he's a good guy to have around. I don't know if anybody's going to give him to you for nothing. Maybe if they have a Josh Allen as a backup and now they're looking for some help somewhere else. But I would definitely consider Deshaun Watson. I like him, and he gives you points in the run game, and he's still a good quarterback. David Johnson is startable. Will Fuller, are you still starting him? I guess I would be. It's hard to another team's hard to pin down their number one guy since DeAndre Hopkins isn't there anymore. I kind of like Houston in this game, but it's a mediocre fantasy game. There's some big guys in there. There's definitely some number one picks in there in terms of Dalvin Cook and actually just Dalvin Cook. There's no more DeAndre Hopkins than just Dalvin Cook. But I kind of like Houston in this game. This game, watch out. I got a funny feeling this game's away at 54. They know. And I don't think it's 54 just because of Seattle. Seattle's defense is not that great. I have them in 2 of my leagues. They get rid of one of them. On the offense of Seattle, you're definitely starting Wilson. You're definitely starting both receivers. You're definitely starting Carson. The running back, the tight end, Disley, I think. Nah, probably not. Maybe if you're in a pinch. But, and I'm not starting the defense. Maybe start the kicker. I don't know. On Miami's side, there's really no one. Maybe Myles Gaskin if you went and picked him up, and now you have to because James Conner's not in there or Derrick Henry's not in there now. You could get some good. You can get a sneaky touchdown out of this. I don't like Seattle's defense, so I think Miami at home can put up some points. It's not like they can't. They showed last week they put up 31, and Fitzy will just bomb it out there. He's got receivers that can do stuff. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. 54 should tell you something. And I'd take the over on that, actually, but I don't do unders and overs. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say Miami wins this game. How about that? How about that one? People weren't expecting that. The next game, we're looking at Chargers, Bucks. I like the Bucks in this game. In terms of the Chargers, I'm cooling off a little bit on Joshua Kelly, but I am heating up a little bit on Justin Herbert. He looks like he's going to come in there. I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to throw to Keenan Allen. We'll throw something to Hunter Henry. I'll dump it off to Austin Eckler, and we'll see what happens because that's how we're doing it. And that's how it looks like they're going to run the offense. Is that going to be a good offense? I don't know. But I think it'll be good for Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, and to a lesser extent, Hunter Henry. If he's your backup, I think that's the way to go. I'm not comfortable with him being a start because of the injuries, really. But go look at some Hunter Henry. Go look at some Justin Herbert action. Even this week, you're going to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, I think, is going to run it up on these guys. Tom Brady has beat the Chargers. I can't tell you how many times in 20 years. When they were good, when they had home field, when they didn't have home field, when Damian Tomlinson was in there, when he wasn't in there, it didn't matter. He just beat them. And I think they're going to beat him again. On the Tampa Bay side, you got to figure out that running back situation. I heard they're going to get Keyshawn Vaughn involved a little bit this week. I'm not enough to pick him up because I still think Leonard Fournette's going to be the guy that they're going to pound away with. But Tom Brady's startable. Mike Evans is definitely startable because Godwin, I think, is out, and Scotty Miller is at least questionable. So that's tough. Moving on, Baltimore Ravens at Washington. I like Baltimore in this game. For Baltimore, I think they're going to run the ball a lot more. They're going to play the way they like to play. And boom, that's the end of that. Lamar Miller, you're going to start. If you want to go with it, I'm starting Mark Ingram in one league because I think they're just going to run the ball, get ahead of the team, and run the ball on them. Washington, you got McLaurin. Maybe Antonio Gibson, but I am not comfortable against anybody against the Ravens. They have a really good defense, and they're pissed. They're pissed about last week. So I like Baltimore in this game, and I would stay away from anybody in Washington, starting anybody on Washington this week if you can. Giants at Rams. This looks like a tough game for the Giants. Maybe Slayton gets you hopefully for me, he gets you a bomb late. But if he's got Jalen Ramsey covering him, that's going to be tough. Maybe you have to move him around the field a little bit. And he's going to get some extra looks because no Sterling Shepard this week. We'll see what happens. Devontae Freeman gets a second look. In terms of the Rams, Jared Goff, I think I'm playing against him in one league. But he's a backup. He's playing okay, but he's too up and down. He doesn't throw a ton of touchdowns. The two wide receivers are fine. Woods and Kupp. Higbee's a good guy to throw in there and the tight end spot. Even possibly a flex spot. I'm a little shaky on that one though. But the Rams defense is also good. I think the Rams win this game. I think this game's still going to be good despite the absence of Tom Brady. You got New England. Cam Newton, you're starting. I don't know about and Edelman. And that's pretty much it. And the defense. And that's pretty much it. In terms of the Chiefs, I think Chiefs are going to win. And you can just start that whole team. Tight end, running back, maybe even both wide receivers, the quarterback, and the defense. Buffalo Bills at the Raiders. Like I said, I kind of like the Raiders this year. Buffalo's a tough out, but they're going to Vegas. On the Buffalo side, you're definitely starting Josh Allen. Devin Singletary had a good game last week, so you got him. And Stephon Diggs is playing well out there. John Brown and the little white guy with the blonde hair. Shit, I can't believe I forgot his name. Cole Beasley. You could easily go with both of those guys. Either of those guys if you're in a pinch. In terms of the Raiders, you've got Waller, who I liked at the beginning of the year. You got Jacobs. Both those guys are studs. You're starting them no matter what. Carr's probably on the back end, and as is pretty much everybody else on that team. I kind of like Buffalo a little bit in this game going after the Raiders. I think Buffalo's a better put together team, and their defense is really, really good. That is the Sunday day games. Boy, that took a little while. I can speed this up. Because but what you shouldn't be speeding up is Zingo TV. Just go and check it out. Check out Zingo TV. It's free. Like I said every week, it's free. If it's free, it's for me. It should be for you. Use the promo code 12ounce. That's 120Z. It really helps us out when you use that. Look, that guy get punched in the face. Oh, see that guy get punched in the face? And this guy with the one leg. All right, whatever. 12 Ounce Sports is channel 761. He's got one leg. Channel 761. Please use. And they have actual other sports channels, music channels, and a bunch of other stuff. Go check it out. And it's free, like I say, every week. It's free. Please sign up and use the promo code 12ounce. That's 120Z on Zingo TV. And you can catch the replay of this show at 11 a.m. on Saturday on Zingo TV, channel 761. So, moving on. We got 2 games to go. Eagles, San Fran. I think the Eagles are going to play better this game. I think you can get some points out of these guys. I think Wentz, you can get some points out of. You're definitely starting Miles Sanders because you don't have any other choice. The wide receivers, I wouldn't go with, but the tight end, Ertz, I would. Goddard, I think is a little banged up. So that's not good. So that helps out Ertz. The defense, you got to let go by now. On the San Francisco side, I don't know who they got going. They don't even have Kittle in there. But I am starting Jeff Wilson this week. I showed you in my leagues. If you have Jerick McKinnon, you can go with him as well. Nick Mullins, this Eagles defense, I think, is going to come out a little hot. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get to him a little bit. I think they're going to lean more on the running game in San Fran. I like the 49ers to win this game. And the Monday night Atlanta at Packers, 56.5. This game, they're going to be scoring till 3 in the morning. They're going to be scoring. Falcons, you got to go with Ryan. You got to go with whoever the wide receivers are still healthy. I think Julio's coming back, but Calvin Ridley's a little banged up now. That's going to be tough. And there's going to be, and you got Todd Gurley. Don't sleep on Brian Hill. If he's still out there, and you have, especially if you have Todd Gurley, go grab him. Just grab him. If he goes down, he looks like a good player. And Green Bay, you've got, I think, Devontae Adams coming back. Lazard's out now. You're starting Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. And probably the defense as well. And those are the last 2 games. Those are my picks. And that's my fantasy advice. Good luck. You know who doesn't need good luck? Well, sometimes he doesn't. Want to get an inside look at recreational sports betting? Then check out the Vegas Squares podcast brought to you by 12 Ounce Sports. Catch them every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on Zingo TV, channel 761. Then again on Wednesday nights for the new golf betting show. Check out their website at lvsquares.com. That's the Vegas Squares exclusively on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV. Also, check out James and the Agent, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. to 9:30. James and the Agent. All those guys are good guys. I like them, and I've caught both of their shows. I was actually on the one guy's show, on the Vegas Square show. So we've got that. We're gonna do best bets this week. See how quickly we can get through this. Last week the winner was the old man. The old man was the winner last week. He went 2-1. So let's start with him. He's tied with the book at 5-1. We're not even gonna get into me, but let's see how quickly we can get through this. Get to Love Is Nice and let you get out of here. Go eat dinner. Cleveland -7. He likes Cleveland -7. Ooh, no, they're plus. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Looking at last week's. Sorry. Yeah, he's 5-1. Indy -3. Where's Indy? And where are they? Indy -3. -2.5 here on the road. Now he loves Rivers. He was complaining about Phillip Rivers. New Orleans -4.5 on the road. He likes his road teams this week. And Carolina at home getting 3.5. I kind of like Carolina a little bit too. Like I mentioned. So he's going with Indy, New Orleans, and Carolina. Just the top 3 things. Boom, boom, boom. Right down the line. So that's the old man. The book, he has his, you know who he's going to pick already. You know who he's going to pick already. He's got his way of doing things, and that's the way he's doing them. Number 1 pick, Miami, getting 6 at home against the Seahawks. It's not bad. I kind of like that pick. This one, I don't know, but this is the kind of game they can just fall off the rails real quick. Washington, +14 at home. Okay, that's great. Yeah, they're at home. That's +14. And Chicago, +2.5 at home against the Colts. So we got a little action on either side there. I am also taking the Bears +2.5. You don't even want to know what my record is. You don't even want to know. It's 2-8-1. I'm telling you because I want to let you know how bad I'm doing. Miami +6. I got 2 of his picks in here. I got 2 of the book's picks in here. How's that look? And Tampa Bay -7.5. So those are the picks. The old man, Indy, New Orleans, Carolina. The book, Miami, Washington, Chicago, and Talkman, Bears, Miami, Tampa Bay. Those are best bets of the week. Now, where are we? Oh, and my suicide pool pick of the week this week is Tampa Bay. We lost last, so we'd be out, but if you're still in the suicide pool and you need a pick, go with Tampa Bay. Getting towards the end of the show. And this is our last part of the show. We call this Love is Nice. This is a segment we call Love is Nice, and it's sponsored by BiscottiGourmet.com. Biscotti Gourmet offers a new take on an old Italian tradition. A soft-baked mini biscotti in many delightful flavors. Lemon is my favorite, and it's still out right now. Go to BiscottiGourmet.com and use the promo code TALKMAN, TALKMAN, for 20% off your order. Any flavor is a wonderful compliment with your coffee in the morning or as a guilty pleasure treat. It's a different promo code TALKMAN because they're not affiliated with anybody. And these are all natural, and they're great. And they're soft, and they're so good, and you can have them delivered to you, and there you go. And you're good to go. Especially now with things, you just have to start ordering stuff for Christmas and all that crap. But, forgetting all that, this is what we call Love is Nice. This is for the women and the men out there. The woman who says, you know what, I don't want you watching football. Show me you love me and watch this crap with me. And this is what you're going to watch. So we go to HallmarkChannel.com. We look at what the movies that are starting at 1 o'clock, and we take you all through the football day. This is what you're going to be watching if you're just letting her run all over you like this. If you're letting her run all over, you're going to watch this shit. Yo, love, of course. For anybody who is out there and is just getting the audio, it's love, comma, of course. Love, of course. That's what the movie's called. If I had that script, I would just jizz on it and then leave. Love, of course. Ugh, God. And they're in an apple field. This is horrible. When widowed mother Amy, it's always a widow. It's always that same shit. I'm waiting for the lawyer or the doctor. Moves her daughter Kara to her college dorm. What? Amy finds herself searching for the next step. While at the university, Amy gets an offer she can't refuse and meets Noah and discovers a new life of her own. This woman's like 50, and it's really small, but I don't even know what this is about. They're picking apples, and they got apples, and they're smoking out of apples. They're smoking dope. Ugh, that's at 1 o'clock. Instead of watching, the Bears, you don't watch that. Hey, there's another guy. You can always catch one girl from a sitcom from the 80s or 90s in here. Love and Sunshine. What's better than Love and Sunshine? Jesus Christ. The name, it's the titles, and what they're about. It's so gross. Allie Craig has been fostering retired military dog, Sunshine. And look, the little dog. It's always a lab. It's always a yellow lab. And she recovers from a broken engagement. Aw. But sparks fly again. And Sunshine's military partner, Jake Terry's back. Returns to claim the dog. Where's my fucking dog, bitch? Yo, did you steal that shit? Fuck you up. Danica McKellar from that show and some dude. October Kiss. It's called October Kiss. That's what this movie's called. October Kiss. Kiss my balls. A free-spirited young woman, that means she's a whore, is hired by a career-driven single dad. They're like two opposites. It's going to be so great. Sparks. As a temporary nanny for his two young children. As Halloween approaches, she finds herself also becoming drawn to their dad. Stars Ashley Williams, I don't know who that is, and Sam Jägermeister. 7 o'clock, Country at Heart. Struggling country singer meets national songwriter. Needs inspiration. So she's getting inspired by blowing him. Combining their musical talents to write a song for the fall festival that may end in more than singing duet together. Oh my God. Stars Jesse Strand, never heard of her, and some dude. Love Under the Olive Tree. Fucking Christ. Love Under the Olive Tree. The prize of the Sunset Valley's annual olive oil contest is a land parcel with disputed ownership. What the hell kind of prize is that? You gotta go fight in court for this land? When Feisty and Cole meets competitive Jack, they face off. Oh my God. Expect sparks to fly. Sparks are flying here. Stars Tori Anderson and Benjamin Hollingsworth. Don't know who they are. Golden Girls from 11 to 12. That's your day. That's Love is Nice. These movies suck. That's the show. We finished just in time. Don't forget, there's more of us than there are of you. There's more of us than there are of them. Good luck this weekend. See you later.